welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a powerful science-based approach to managing and even reversing insulin resistance naturally. We're going to break down exactly what insulin resistance is, why it's so harmful to your health, and most importantly, how to get rid of it for good. Now let's jump right in. So, what exactly is insulin resistance? Think of insulin as a key that unlocks your cells to let glucose or sugar in from your bloodstream. This sugar is used for energy. When you have insulin resistance, it's like those locks are getting rusty. The key, your insulin, can't open them as easily. As a result, sugar starts to build up in your blood instead of going into your cells where it belongs. Your body senses this excess sugar and freaks out, sending out even more insulin to try to force those cells open. This constant flood of insulin can lead to a whole cascade of problems. Your body starts storing all that excess sugar as fat, especially around your midsection. Secondly, chronically high insulin levels can lead to inflammation throughout your body, setting the stage for a whole host of chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Early signs of insulin resistance can be subtle, but here's the good news: insulin resistance is reversible. The good news is insulin resistance isn't a life sentence. You have the power to reverse it naturally with the right lifestyle changes. We're talking about simple yet powerful strategies that can make a world of difference for your health and well-being. Now, there are several approaches we're going to cover, and you can think of them as tools in your arsenal against insulin resistance. No single tool is a magic bullet, but together they work synergistically to restore your body's natural balance. First and foremost, we need to address the elephant in the room, your diet. Specifically, we're going to talk about how reducing your intake of carbohydrates, particularly refined carbs and sugars, is absolutely crucial in managing insulin resistance. By reducing your carb intake, you're effectively lowering the demand for insulin, giving your body a chance to recover and become more sensitive again. Next, we'll dive into the powerful world of intermittent fasting. It's not just about weight loss, but also about giving your body a break from constant digestion and insulin production, allowing it to reset and improve insulin sensitivity. We'll also talk about the importance of choosing the right types of foods. Finally, we'll uncover a simple yet often overlooked strategy food order. So let's dive into each of these strategies in more detail and equip you with the knowledge to take control of your health. One of the most effective ways to reverse insulin resistance is by adopting a ketogenic or low-carb diet. Now, don't let the word diet scare you. It's not about deprivation. It's about making a conscious shift in the types of foods you fuel your body with. The basic premise of a keto or low-carb diet is simple. You drastically reduce your intake of carbohydrates, which forces your body to switch its primary fuel source from glucose to fat. This metabolic shift has a profound impact on insulin levels. By limiting carbs, you're giving your pancreas a much-needed break from churning out insulin. This allows your cells to become more sensitive to insulin again, meaning they can utilize glucose more efficiently. Now, what does a keto or low-carb diet look like in practice? It's all about embracing whole, unprocessed foods that are naturally low in carbs and high in healthy fats and protein. Think leafy green vegetables, avocados, nuts and seeds, olive oil, fatty fish, and grass-fed meats. These foods not only keep your blood sugar stable, but also provide your body with essential nutrients that support overall health and well-being. On the flip side, you'll want to avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, refined grains, and even starchy vegetables like potatoes and corn. Remember, the goal is to keep your carb intake low enough to shift your body into a fat-burning state. Chapter 4. Intermittent fasting. Resetting your insulin sensitivity. Now, let's talk about another powerful tool in your arsenal against insulin resistance: intermittent fasting. You see, with our modern-day eating habits, many of us are stuck in a constant cycle of eating, digesting, and producing insulin. There's rarely a break for our bodies to switch gears and tap into fat stores for fuel. That's where intermittent fasting comes in. Intermittent fasting isn't about what you eat, but rather when you eat. It involves cycling between periods of eating and extended periods of fasting. This fasting window gives your body a chance to rest, repair, and reset its insulin sensitivity. There are various methods of intermittent fasting, but some of the most popular include the 16-8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and have an 8-hour eating window, and alternate day fasting, where you alternate between days of eating normally and days of fasting or significantly reducing your calorie intake. During the fasting period, your insulin levels naturally drop. This drop in insulin sends a signal to your body to start burning stored fat for energy. Remember, the key to successful intermittent fasting is to listen to your body and find a method that works best for your lifestyle. Chapter 5. Avoiding high glycemic carbs, the blood sugar roller coaster. Now let's talk about a concept that's crucial to understand when it comes to managing insulin resistance, the glycemic index. You see, not all carbohydrates are created equal. Some carbs digest quickly and cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar, while others are digested more slowly and have a more gradual impact on blood sugar levels. The glycemic index, or GI, measures how quickly a food raises your blood sugar level. Foods with a high GI are quickly broken down into glucose, leading to a rapid surge in blood sugar and a corresponding surge in insulin. On the other hand, low GI foods are digested more slowly, resulting in a more gradual and sustained release of glucose into the bloodstream. When you consume high GI carbs, think white bread, sugary drinks, processed snacks, your body goes on a blood sugar roller coaster. You experience a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash as your pancreas pumps out insulin to bring those levels back down. This constant spiking and crashing of blood sugar is incredibly stressful on your body and can contribute to insulin resistance over time. The key is to choose low GI carbs that provide sustained energy and keep your blood sugar stable. These include non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. By making smarter carbohydrate choices, you can avoid those drastic blood sugar swings and support your body's natural ability to regulate insulin. Chapter 6. Food order for blood sugar control, a simple yet powerful strategy. Now let's dive into a fascinating and often overlooked aspect of managing blood sugar and insulin levels: food order. Believe it or not, the order in which you eat your food can have a significant impact on your blood sugar response after a meal. You see, when you eat a meal, your body breaks down the food into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. This triggers the release of insulin to help your cells absorb the glucose for energy. However, the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream depends largely on the composition of your meal and, you guessed it, the order in which you eat the different components. The ideal food order for optimal blood sugar control is surprisingly simple. First, start your meal with fiber-rich foods like vegetables or a small salad. Fiber acts like a sponge in your digestive system, slowing down the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. This helps prevent those rapid blood sugar spikes after meals. Next, move on to protein sources like fish, chicken, tofu, or legumes, along with healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, or nuts. Finally, if you're including carbohydrates in your meal, they should come last. By following this simple food order strategy, you can significantly blunt the glucose spike after meals, leading to more stable blood sugar levels, improved insulin sensitivity, and even better appetite control. So there you have it. We've covered a comprehensive, science-backed approach to reversing insulin resistance naturally. To summarize, follow a low-carb or ketogenic diet, incorporate intermittent fasting, avoid high-carb and sugary foods, and practice smart food order during meals. Stick with it and your body will thank you.